So what happens in data flow based testing is that we create uh, DU chains, definition use chains. And what is a DU change? It is very simple as that. Suppose in any program there are two lines. In one line you would be initializing a variable, in another line you will be using that variable. So what a DU chain says is that if you create a chain, we call it DU chain if from the point of initialization to the point where the variable is being used, there is no reinitialization of variable in between these two lines, then we call it a DU chain. For example, over here, let S be a line 1 and S1 be another line. Say S is first line where initialization is done, and S1 is the 10th line where the use of that variable is done. For example, in the first line I wrote int x is equal to 1. Here we have done the initialization of the variable, and in the 10th line I had written like x is equal to x times x, like x is equal to x squared. It is the line where x is reused again. So we say that it is a DU chain, definition use chain, from line 1 to line 10 if and only if there is no reinitialization of variable s is done in between. That is, if we say that the variable s is live at the line s1, the variable x that was at x is equal to 1 that was defined in line 1 is live at line 10 if and only if there is no reinitialization is done in between. It is very obvious. Yes, if a variable is only alive, it is by alive means that it holds its value that was assigned at the time of initialization, and it is very obvious that it would be alive at a particular line if no reinitialization would be done in between. It simply says that a variable is said to be alive at a particular line if essentially from the point of definition or the declaration of variable to the point where the variable is getting used, no reinitialization has been done. It is very obvious that if a variable is getting used at a line 10 and it is initialized at value at line 1, we would say that the value 1 is live at line 10 if and only if no reinitialization is done between any line number 2 to line number 9, that is between 1 and 10. It is very obvious. So in data flow based testing, we create a path of these triplets like x, s1 and s, where x is the variable that is initialized and where it is initialized at line s, and where it is being used at line s1, and there is no reinitialization of value x between s and s1. So this is a DU chain, and we create all of these DU chains for all of the variables that are present in our program, and for each and every DU chain we perform the testing. And for each and every DU chain the testing is done, and this base of testing where each and every DU chain is covered, we call it data flow based testing. हिंदी में समराइज कर देते हैं. हिंदी में यह है कि DU चेन, मान लो DU चेन कैसे बनती है. हम कहते हैं कि डेटा डेफिनेशन यूज चेन, कि एक वेरिएबल जो कि फर्स्ट लाइन में डिक्लेयर किया गया, हम उसको क्या कहेंगे कि 10th लाइन में अलाइव है, तभी अलाइव है वो 10th लाइन में अगर फर्स्ट और 10th लाइन के बीच में उसकी रीइनिशियलाइजेशन नहीं की गई. भाई ये तो ऑब्वियस सी बात है. अगर जो फर्स्ट लाइन के अंदर किसी वेरिएबल को कोई वैल्यू असाइन की गई है और 10th लाइन तक भी तभी वैल्यू वही रहेगी ना, कि बीच में उसको छेड़छाड़ नहीं की गई होगी. तो बिल्कुल ऑब्वियस सी बात है, इसको डिफाइन करने की जरूरत ही पता नहीं मुझे. तो ये कह रहे डेफिनेशन यूज चेन के अंदर कि कोई अगर लाइन इफ स्टेटमेंट सेड टू बी अलाइव एट स्टेटमेंट 1 if there exists a path from statement s to statement 1 which does not contain any definition of x. ऑब्वियस सी बात है कि अगर s से s1 तक अगर कोई भी ऐसी लाइन नहीं है जिसके अंदर x की कोई डेफिनेशन है, तो x जो है वो s1 पे अलाइव है. सही बात है कि अगर रियल इनिशियलाइजेशन नहीं की तो वैल्यू वो मिलेगी. ऐसे हम सारे पाथ बनाते रहते हैं और सारे ऐसे पाथ को टेस्ट करते हैं. डेटा फ्लो बेस्ड टेस्टिंग है.